This is Gray Man Media content. In 2009, a Reddit user submitted a post honoring their friend Milo, who had just passed away. Both Milo and this user were connected to a strange image hosting website. Users of Reddit began investigating this case and dug up what may be one of the strangest cases we've ever covered. Today, Wolf takes a bite out of Lake City Quiet Pills.
I climbed into the hills.
I'm romantic. I would like Bigfoot to exist.
FBI, open up!
One type is about 3 feet tall, very dark, not humanoid at all. The lizard looking.
The creatures that I have seen mostly have been the greys.
To the search for truth. Little grey men from outer space who actually abduct humans.
Welcome back to another episode of Wolf Takes a Bite podcast. I'm your host, John Wolf, and we are here on video. Season 3! Yeah! Whoa! Today we are talking about Lake City Quiet Pills. Let's take a bite. Welcome, Devin. Welcome.
That was perfect.
It's gonna look great in post.
It's gonna look great.
See how hearing it makes it better?
Yeah, I guess. It was nice. It was fun. It was fun.
John and Devin definitely fuck around in this
Stop!
5 to 10 seconds. I can't adjust my pants because I'm on camera. I have to wear pants now.
What are we talking about today?
The show's not changed at all.
Not one bit.
This is normal, Devin. This is just normal. We're just getting into the flow. This is our first time recording in months.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
itching.
Bro, I've been so excited to do season 3.
I've grown a beard. I'm so anxious. You missed when I shaved it, but yeah.
Nah, if they're gray man people, they know.
Yeah, you know what this baby face looks like. And also my porn stash. Anyway, today we're talking about Lake City Quiet Pills. This is actually something you brought up. Bro,
this is going to be epic. It's going to be a good episode.
Whew, let's get into it.
Wow, it's been months since I've heard that.
Ow.
The extraness hasn't changed in audio. It's only getting worse visually.
The things I'm gonna come up with. Who knows?
It's gonna get rad.
Radical. Totally.
If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. We're gonna be doing this vodcast portion once a week. And if you want to listen to the full episode, it's gonna be on wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, just like normal. My vape is dying.
Don't worry about it. It's on the fucking ground.
My life.
Do you have backup batteries?
No, but I found out. I just thought of something that is a problem.
Okay.
I should probably plug my phone in.
All right, go ahead and do that.
Yep. Cut. Like I was saying, yeah, we're doing a lot of cool stuff. YouTube, what's up?
All right, but let's dip our toes.
Yes, let's set up this story a little bit, shall we?
All right.
So first off, for those of you who don't know, Reddit is a website that bills itself as the front page of the internet. And in many ways, it is for those who use it. Becoming one of the most popular websites in the entire world is almost like a collection of human beings in history. Reddit is not a perfect place.
No, it's not.
It has a fair share of dark spots, which allow those with creepy and unusual tastes to congregate. I'm very well known there.
Hello.
No, really, I'm not. This can result in subreddits dedicated to drug use, illegal pirating, and white nationalist, even pedo porn. Very uncomfortable to talk about.
The music got real epic. Right?
Yeah, it really did. But one.
Okay, all right. Listen, we're learning. We're learning.
I was into it.
Okay, all right.
I was into that.
All right, let's hit it up. Maybe this one. And just pick back up where you left off.
Fade up. One user who went by the name of Religion of Peace acted as a moderator of the r/jailbait subreddit for jailbait porn.
Great.
If you're unfamiliar, think of the moderators as babysitters, meant to keep the peace between bickering children on the internet. This gave Religion of Peace a decent amount of control over the subreddit, but also meant that they would have to spend much of their waking time on the internet, which they were actually more than happy to do, apparently. You see, Religion of Peace, as he or she was known, was an active participant on Reddit, commenting all throughout the day and night, and a lot of the comments were centered around spam. He seemed to hate spam and was active in programming subreddits as well. But in addition to this behavior, which, while grimy, wasn't exactly illegal in any way, Religion of Peace seemed to express knowledge in many military subjects. In particular, this user seemed to have a history of violence, and at one point expressing intimate knowledge on what kinds of piano wire could be used to kill somebody.
What?
I mean, everybody knows you use an E string. Duh.
What?
Throughout Religion of Peace's 2-year Reddit history, they often linked the website, which was linked under the guise of being an old guy's imaging host website. With them being the moderator of a creepy r/jailbait subreddit in the first place, it's easy to understand that many of the images were pornographic in nature, but the website's name was Lake City Quiet Pills.
Oh man, we're hitting it strong already.
Now, many are led to believe that there was more to this unusual user than originally thought. It was such a bizarre, unusual term that was very rarely used, and seemed to have very little to do with the actual dirty images hosted on the webpage in the first place. In addition to it being a website operated by a Reddit user, it was also a term used more than once on the site. In one of the last comments made by the user, Religion of Peace, they stated, "I can think of any number of criminal organizations that would benefit from a dose of Lake City Quiet Pills." Eventually, this website and this expression would lead to an armchair investigator and Reddit sleuths through one of the most bizarre mysteries of the internet age.
Yeah, that sounds pretty crazy. I mean, you got this. I'm guessing this old dude, since that's what he's calling the image hosting website, and he's like into this weird shit, and now he's talking about killing people.
Well, killing people, underage porn.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, he didn't say anything about quit killing people yet, actually. He just the piano wire thing.
Come on. That's killing motherfuckers.
I mean, there's also that game that you play. What's that called again? It's the Assassin's game? Not Assassin's Creed.
I was gonna. What
Ow.
game are you playing where you're murdering people with piano wire?
Oh, there's a game.
Oh, you're talking about Hitman.
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 Yeah.
That's a good game.
Solid game.
Why aren't we playing that?
We should.
Yeah, we should play that.
Yeah, we should play that.
All right. Are you okay?
Jericho.
Jericho.
In December of 2007, the user Religion of Peace created their Reddit account. In addition to consistently complaining about spammers, this user claimed to have... Fuck, we already read that. Oh no, he didn't.
Season 3.
Let's go. In 2007, the user Religion of Peace created their Reddit account. In addition to consistently complaining about spammers, this user claimed to have extensive military history. In one post, this user claimed to have enlisted in the U.S. military at the age of 14. Claiming to have been physically large for his age, and at least in one post, he also referenced having been present at the Battle of Normandy. You'd have to be a pretty old fucker.
Yeah, that's an old dude.
He's old. And responded to another user that inquired about it, and this was said, in quote, "I was there, but I was passing 40mm cannon shells on a troop ship. I didn't really get into any sort of us and them shooting at each other in combat until I went to Jerusalem in 47. It was an exciting time to be alive, fighting the food fight." I'm assuming he meant good.
Almost certainly meant good, yeah.
This user claimed to have been working in military-related fields for several decades after the war had ended. Religion of Peace claimed to have retired from his career in 1987. Also saying,
Here we go.
"Some people have the luxury of enough money to retire. I found a job and I like it. It doesn't require much physical effort and it works for me. Happily, it's a computer-related field." Over the span of the next year and a half, this user had become very active, obviously, as we've discussed, on Reddit, but not incredibly popular. He wasn't very well liked. This user commented frequently, making hundreds of posts per day.
Per day?
But didn't seem to attract a huge following.
Oh
now,
my God.
in the process, the user had actually directed other Reddit users over to the website LakeCityQuietPills.com, which if you go right now, you won't see that it's 404.
Yeah, it won't I just tried to open it right now. It won't work. Here.
Glitch.
Yeah, it's weird.
By the summer of 2009, the website was full of images of scantily clad women and very young girls, including photos of pornographic material. Many thought very little of it, simply using it as a repository for images that flooded the dark corners of Reddit and the internet. I think Reddit's upgraded their filters since then.
I believe so. I mean, I haven't done any sleuthing myself, but yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, I mean, this is like back when early Reddit days when, even Vine had like minors on it.
Well, it was like it was 2009, right? So
yeah,
I mean, yeah, I would imagine
right at the age of our generation being like, "Hey, check out my tats."
Yeah, because at that point, like consumer grade like internet access had only been around for like what 15 years, 20 years.
Yeah, and even then, it was just really in the most perverted teenage ages of our generation.
Yeah, I mean, the internet as we know it is really only like 30 years old.
And we've only really typically see only 3% of what's actually on it.
Yeah.
On July 17th, the user named Religion of Peace made their last comment on Reddit and in life. As was typical for them, it was a comment complaining about spammers.
Nice. So, I mean, I don't know. What do we got so far? We got an old dude.
Potentially old. Could be faking it.
Could be fake. Yeah, because, I mean, there's no way to...
Some kind of, basement dwelling troll.
Could be, yeah. Supposedly served in World War II.
Supposedly, at 14.
Yeah. Yeah, so you got the supposedly old dude who's got questionable material, and that's at best.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking about potentially killing people with piano wires. He's making hundreds of posts a day, so he's not... Like, is he even working? He says he's got a job, but, like, that's a lot of posts per day.
It is a lot. I mean, this is before modern cell phones, really, too. So,
yeah.
I mean, you can't get on Reddit like you can today on a cell phone.
I mean, in 2009, I'm sure they had some way, but it wouldn't have been quite as easy. And it sounds like he's doing it from a computer, so he's like in one
Like in
place.
2009, the most smartphone was a BlackBerry.
I was young. I was a young chap at that time.
Young and dumb.
Yeah, I would have been like 14 at most.
Yeah, and I don't know. It was like, I'm trying to remember what kind of phones we had then. I'm pretty sure, I think we were still using T9 text in 2009 because that was the year I graduated, so we just started cusping into that iPhone age.
Yeah, I think I got
revolution.
I think I got the iPhone 3 when I was 16.
Yeah, iPods just started having video on them in 2007.
All this to say,
Like, that was the rage. Like, you have a movie on your iPod? Holy shit.
all this to say though, basically, is that he's more than likely from a computer, which means he's just chilling on Reddit doing all this weird
And you know
shit.
what? Actually, I can verifiably say in 2009, I absolutely still did not have a smartphone. Like, there wasn't smartphones. It was definitely, like, you could get on some websites.
Yeah, they weren't dumb phones, but they weren't smart.
They were middle school phones.
Yeah.
They weren't even in high school yet.
Mom,
Like, oh, I have to send a text with T9 and I have to remember. Which, by the way, I was faster texting with T9 than I am now.
oh, dude, I'm so much faster.
I was
so
doing
much
that while
faster
driving.
now.
I didn't even have to look at the motherfucker. I just sent out a
Do
paragraph.
you have a beeper, John?
No, I never had a beeper.
Not that old.
No,
Not that old.
I'm thinking about getting one now, though,
Really?
because that would be funny.
It would be really ironic.
It would be fun.
You should get a banana phone, too. I know they got those.
No, I just need the Walkman and a beeper.
A Walkman.
Walkman.
Oh, man. Yeah, but it's all this, it's just he's definitely weird. He's being weird on the internet. Mm-hmm. And he's making thousands of posts. And he's a moderator of a really sketchy-ass subreddit. All right, hit me with some more.
Okay. Can I get some inspirational music?
Yeah, let me hit you with a little bit of.
Later that day, a Reddit account named u/dude-6, that is 2-6, was created and posted for the first time, only saying, my glasses are dirty. I'm the person who provided Religion of Peace the space for that old guy's image host. Milo died today. He was 79 years old. He died at his desk looking at your site. Milo was a mean old fucker. Mean and ornery. He took me up my first gig when I was out of the army. I didn't like finding him. I didn't like finding him like that. Milo don't have any living relatives and no real friends. And other than his landlady, a few people where he worked, didn't talk to anyone about much of anything. Me and him just tolerated. As I said, he was mean, and I think he used that as a shield to keep people away from him. Milo thought God was some kind of con game thought up by some lazy sons of bitches who didn't want to work every day. So he's gonna go into the fire on Monday. Without a service just like he wanted. I'm planning to dump his ashes in the woods in PA, near where he was born. Can't put them right there because there's a mall there now, though. I'll give the girl next door his raggedy old cat and most of his books, his computers, and electronic shit tagged for the disabled vets of the VA, I guess. All the rest of the stuff for the Salvation Army. All those years and everything he owned fits into the trunk of my car. I don't know what else to say. I'll miss him. The miserable bastard.
And what we should say, you can't see it because we're obviously reading from John's iPad here. There's a lot of misspellings and grammar issues in his quote.
Yeah, it's not just me.
No. Yeah, it's this user. It's common in a lot of his posts.
Yeah. I think we're going to take this as a good breaking point and grab a liquid death.
Oh, shit. Not that.
Easy!
It's so easy to get there, huh? Thanks.
There we go. See? Piece of cake.
Easy.
Okay. So, miserable bastard. 2-6, who had made the death announcement, would respond to just a few comments. When one user called the entire thing a hoax, 2-6 responded, "You're an ass! Milo was my friend, and I was taking him to dinner on Friday." I guess implying that he was real. A couple of days later, 2-6 returned to Reddit and saw that others had weighed in and offered their digital condolences for Religion of Peace, who they continued to refer to as Milo. Now, a few things we know about Milo. Let's go ahead and
what do
just
we
make
know
that
about
up.
Milo? Jesus.
He's from Pennsylvania,
He's from Pennsylvania.
where he was born. There's a mall,
There's now a mall, yeah.
so that can help us pinpoint a location. His also pseudonym, at least, was Milo, known as Milo.
Okay.
He had a cat
He had a cat.
that was also a miserable piece of shit, and he didn't own hardly nothing.
It all fit in this guy's trunk of the car.
Yeah,
Words.
all fits inside of this one guy's trunk of his car.
Yeah. 2-6.
Yeah, 2-6. Speaking of, 2-6 said this. God damn! I didn't know so many people could like him. That didn't sling a gun with him. Thank you. I'm so out of here now. I don't do this stuff like you, Milo. Take care and keep the faith. That's interesting. So that's almost confirming that Milo was involved in some kind of gun-related business as far as the military goes.
I was going to say that could be a reference to Milo's, service in the military.
That's what the implication would seem. 2-6 would make one more comment. This time again, 2 days later, July 21st in 2009. This comment was brief, simple, and straight to the point. If you're interested, this is where Milo is now. That's it. What followed was a link to Google Maps, which pointed to an area of Pennsylvania just southeast of Gettysburg. The exact location was right near a shopping mall, which 2-6 claimed had been built on land that had once belonged to Milo's family. Presumably, this is where his ashes would be spread. Some Reddit users were able to find a similar sounding username, Angel26, on a website named Fark. Now, Fark was a precursor to other sites like Reddit and Dig. And this user had commented on Fark as far back as 2001. In fact, their account on that site was created October 11th of 2001. When they created their account on Fark, they listed their email address as angel.2.6 at lakecityquietpills.com.
Oh, man.
So obviously these two individuals go back quite a ways with each other.
Oh, yeah.
Now, each on Fark, they're this username Angel26. I always want to say 626, but Angel26 commented primarily about rifles, ammunitions, weaponry. Each of their comments were followed by a motto, and was pretty traditional in the olden days of forum posts. Their motto was in particular, said this: dispensing Lake City quiet pills to lousy bastards in need of permanent rest since 1968.
That's wild.
That's aggressive.
Like, you can only assume that means one thing.
Wet work.
Wet work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is, and this is all, again, information found by Reddit investigators.
Yeah.
In our attempt at the researching this, I have found it very difficult to find any of this information anymore that they have found. I cannot back it up or verify it because all these posts and everything this is all buried or hidden. Things have been taken down. There's there's a lot more we're getting into as far as activity with this case, but it's very hard to find anything solid at this point on it.
Yeah, when doing the research for this episode, the majority of stuff was from websites that have already archived the work that other sleuths had done. So, yeah, I mean, similar to what you were saying, it was really hard to find any original posts on Reddit or anything of that nature.
Now, computer-savvy internet users began visiting the website and even dug up some of the same messages hidden in the HTML code for the website. But what followed were what looked like job listings, which detailed requirements that sound an awful lot like mercenary or assassin's work, as we mentioned. For instance, immediate need, 810, that's 8-10, Chinese/Korean, fluent in Korean, dialect, accent, details after contact, 12-week half pay, sequester on refusal. 2 ground types, fluent, Farsi, Arabic, French, no papers, no problems. Need, formed group, 8 to 10, single op, to live bonus, gentlemen agreements, insurance, immediate need.
That's... I don't know what else that could be outside of what work.
If you're familiar with the darker side of the internet, as Devin is,
Hello?
you know for a fact that when making hits or requesting for hits, that you cannot put in too much information because the NSA, the government, all that stuff, it sleuths through the internet for certain keywords and phrases that are combined with each other and sends out red flags. So you have to be as very minimum and use TTYL, things like that. All that started with this kind of stuff using shorthand code to create these codes, and then it kind of moved on from there.
Yeah, I mean, and it's pretty clear that they're looking for specific types of people that, like, why else would that matter unless you were doing like an op in
Asia.
Even
states in one of them, single operation.
That's what I'm saying.
Delivery bonus means on proof of kill. Single gentleman's agreement, which means it's word based only. You have no documentations, no paper trail to show that this was. And yes, we did look up like what some of this shit means, because obviously we're not in wet work. We're just into wet food.
We've been known to sleuth around on Tor or other web browsing units. So
I don't know what that is. I use everything on Google. I'm definitely on list.
Me neither.
I don't know what he's talking about. I'm on Google. I'm definitely on list because I do all my sleuthing there.
The 32nd page specifically.
No papers, no problems. Obviously, that makes sense. You know, Korean dialect after contact, 12 weeks, half pay, sequester on refusal. There's more, I'm sure.
Yeah, these were just a few examples of what was. There was a lot. I just wanted to highlight a few.
Yeah. Oh, just so you know, we started recording at 8 o'clock this morning. This is really hard work.
Yeah, we've already done episodes. Like, we've already done things.
We have done a lot today. I've been in this chair longer than I've been alive.
Hello?
It's all a simulation.
How's that?
Refreshing. Now, hidden in this website's HTML code were a number of these secret messages that were clearly not meant for public viewing. Comments like this detailing who had what info and littered at the top of the HTML code. Things like, Shade is maintaining the calendar and access to the file dump. Angel has the job postings for EU and Asia. So Europe and Asia. We aren't sending anyone to ME. No one. Don't ask for listings. Mexico.
Nah, that's got to be Middle East.
Oh, it could be Middle East.
It's got to be
most likely Middle East.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. So this Shade person seems to be maybe a manager of or secretary for these jobs. Before long, curious Reddit users began to point out this unusual HTML code to others, wondering if others believed it looked like as unusual as it did to them. Religion of peace passed away, but users were now beginning to seriously question whether or not he had been working on a website that doubled as job postings for hitmen and assassins, etc. What the fuck is going on?
Honestly, even knowing the research done for this episode, as far as where we are in the story now, it sounds like what you said. It sounds like wet work. It sounds like a bunch of sketchy shit. I don't know about you. I've never thought about how people can hide codes and transmissions in HTML. I never even thought of that as an option.
Oh, yeah. Remember back in MySpace days?
Yes, unfortunately.
When you would basically felt like you're a badass coder and programmer just to put a fucking song on your Facebook through the HTML source code?
Well, you did have to do really basic coding.
Yeah.
It is.
I miss those days.
That's crazy.
That's essentially the same process. Yeah. You ever played Hitman?
I actually have not played Hitman.
Really?
No.
It's hard.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm assuming it's just as hard in real life, but
it's probably harder in real life. No, I've never played it. It does look like a lot of fun. We should definitely do it for the channel.
Yeah. I'm not really good at sneaky.
You're going loud right in.
Yeah.
You're going guns a-blazing.
I've been playing the new Spider-Man 2. The Miles Morales one.
Yeah.
And every time there's like a sneaky mission, I get maybe 3 kills sneakily. And then I'm just like, fuck it. Kick to the face. Loudest banging. Bah, bah. I just can't do the sneaky snake.
You got to be able to do the sneak.
I don't have
Go play some Metal Gear Solid.
I also hate that game for that exact reason.
You sneak around in the boxes, bro.
The last time I was like a few years ago, I picked up Metal Gear Solid, the original again, and I was like, oh, I'm going to try and play this. I haven't played this since I was a kid. First 30 seconds of the game, it's like, be sneaky, be quiet, get to this point. Man, I started bolting it. I ran from point A to point B and died in the middle.
Great.
And then I quit the game. All right. Now, obviously, we won't be able to cover everything in this episode. So if you are enjoying what we have covered so far, this little teaser of Wolf Takes a Bite, let us know on all of our social medias by sending us a message via graymanmediaco.com, which we've already actually had somebody do, which is awesome. Jack T, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Jack T. He said, I love the show. Exclamation point. We don't know where you are, who you are, but we appreciate that message, and we were both so excited when that came through, and we were trying to email you back, with trying to give you shit, but we couldn't contact you. But keep listening, and we'll definitely do something for you. We appreciate you reaching out. It's awesome hearing from somebody. Just to know there's other people out there. I'm just kidding. We know people are out there. We appreciate you. And we also are... We're recording. This is episode 1, season 3, but we're planning season 4 right now. It's we're already planning season 4, so get ready for that massive train wreck. And we would love to revisit a couple fan favorites. Also, with that being said, let's hit up what I consider to be the biggest and most important part of the Lake City Quiet Pills mystery. Hey, if you enjoyed that, you can listen to the rest of this episode wherever you listen to podcasts. And make sure you subscribe and hit the icon bell. Never miss another episode. For all things Wolf Takes a Bite, visit us at graymanmediaco.com.